What is going on, guys? Snapmaker J1 is now in the studio. You might remember at Formnext last year, back in November, Snapmaker said this.
Sam is about to have his first J1, hopefully delivered in January in UK. So if you want to find out more information, stay tuned in Sam's platform.
So we are now in April, so there have been some delays along the way. But hey, you know what? Let's get straight on into this one. Here we go.
You are watching a master at work.
Oh, there was just one more thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and the video today is sponsored by PCBWay.com.
Are you in need of high quality, affordable PCB prototyping services? Well, look no further than PCBWay.com. Their state-of-the-art facilities feature cutting-edge 3D printing, CNC machining, and injection molding technology to bring your ideas to life. Their experienced team of engineers and technicians are dedicated to ensure your satisfaction with every project. Plus, with their easy-to-use online ordering system, you can get your product started in just minutes. Visit PCBWay.com today and experience the best in PCB prototyping services. Thank you again to PCBWay.com for sponsoring this video.
The J1 3D printer is an IDEX printer, which stands for Independent Dual Extruder, that comes with two independent extruders, providing the benefits of printing two objects simultaneously or mixing materials with a single print. The printer has a print volume of 300 by 200 by 200. Well, the unboxing process was actually pretty simple. All you had to do was take the top off, so that's pretty damn good. Inside of this, of course, though, we're going to have doors on the front, probably panels on the side. There's going to be instructions and stuff through that, so I'm going to familiarise myself with this first. Here's the brief on that, though. So the instructions say tabs and cut. Let's do that. Select your weapon of choice. That one, please. So the next line here is install the filament holders. And I haven't seen them yet, but I'm going to just check this beautiful toolbox that they've got here. Hey, second layer. It's like a posh box of chocolates. Here they are though. Power cable and a USB lead and some accessories in here as well. Awesome. So we're now at the stage where we're going to be putting the on. It's very, very simple. It's just M4 screws, just going into those points and then attaching those very simply. So next up we do have the glass PI style sheet bed here. Looks pretty hefty actually. So to install that, just make sure that these two clamps are open and all we're going to do is slide it in. So I have also installed the filament holders as well. They just clip onto the back of the printer. And now it's time to turn it on. So let's see what happens. Ready? I haven't plugged it in. So now it's time to turn it on. Let's see what happens. We've got a light. We've got a logo. We've got a bigger light. Fingers crossed this boots up. What I'm going to do meanwhile is download the software and start slicing some files. Here we go. The slicing software provided by Snapmaker is called Luben, which can be downloaded from their website and is compatible with their entire range of products. However, if you prefer to use a different software, there is also a plugin available for Cura. For my initial testing, I will be using their gimbal test print as well as the default files on the machine, such as the Flexi Shark and the Benchy, which can also be printed singularly or also in mirror mode. Additionally, I'll be slicing the dual colour frog also to print. So I've jumped ahead a little bit there, but we're just going to go back to the setup mode because there's a few things that still need to be done. But I have exported those G-code files and I have exported that out onto our USB stick. This is blank, by the way, when it comes out. But let's get back to the original parts. Okay, so we're now in the setup. So let's hit English. Next, experience program. Yep, we do that. The name of the printer. That's fine. We've got some things here, so I'll just pop this in. Connect. Next. Setup complete. Okay, it's now going to do the wizard. Okay, we'll set that down. So we're now going to remove that. Because of course in the middle here we've got this little part here which I think connects to the metal points, and that's how you get your offset information. That's cool. Heat the nozzle on the bed, and you can see that we're at 15 at the minute and 15 on the bed. So as suggested, there are a few steps to undertake in order to get the machine tuned in and of course functional. This includes removing the glass bed and leveling the nozzles, locating the conductive points to the bed inside of the square in the middle of the bed. And this is for the tuning of things like backlash and of course positioning. I thought I'd take the time at this point as well to show some of the thermal imaging as well, and you can see where the bed's heating up and also where the nozzles are. This is at full temperature. Calibration of this part is a manual process, but it's very easy to understand. Leveling on the left and right bed points are basically shown here, and you can adjust the bed within a range shown on the orange bar. The calibration process in all probably takes around about 20 minutes to complete, but at least then you know that the machine is set up and ready to go. Once you have completed that, you're then met with a thumbs up emoji, which is obviously enormously gratifying, before you're then taken into another menu to upgrade the printer. Can we start printing yet? Sort of. So once you've made it this far, you're then taken into another menu to then print your first print, which is basically a calibration for the X and Y, looking at the compensation around ringing. So the idea with this one is to very much look at the quality of the print and determine what acceleration is sort of best for the printer. It's kind of difficult because there's different deviations on this print that make it good or bad depending on the way you look at it. But really the best one is probably the first one. So let's see what it says on here. So the upgrade is now finished, and it looks really smart. There's adjustable controls for the lighting. There's a bunch of information in there as well that looks strictly like a professional printer. Really, really high-end professional printer. There's a couple of things I don't like about it, and I'll talk about those a little bit later on, but let's get to some printing.
Boss ass bitch. Boss bitch. Boss ass bitch.
So needless to say, I have been having some fun with this printer over the past couple of days. Some of the prints that have come out of this, in fact all of the prints that have come out of this, have been pretty damn good quality. One of the first ones of course was the Shark, which again does look absolutely magnificent here, and Also, what else have we got here? So we did some benchies. So I did a single benchy and then we did a mirrored benchy. So that basically means that both of those print at the same time using the two extruders. Then we moved on to doing this spinny thing. And then we went on to doing the frog. And the frog took about, I think it was about 7 hours. We printed this overnight. And it's certainly my son's firm favourite at the moment. So print-wise and print quality-wise, absolutely brilliant. There's very little wrong with these. Perhaps a little bit more tuning with the belts and things like that, and probably some familiarization with the software probably would go a long way. And if you are experienced, if you bought one of these and you are experiencing those kinds of problems, I imagine it's going to be down to the tuning. And the tuning, as you saw in the video earlier on, it took quite a while to kind of get things right. But once you've got past that and you recognize exactly where things need to go, I've got to say, from an unboxing point of view, and first few prints, this is absolutely a great experience that I've had. And like I said, though, earlier on in the video, there are a couple of things that I don't like. So here's the thing. The test prints look good, but they are not perfect. On the benchy prints, for example, you can see some deviations that really shouldn't be there. Having said that, this was a pre-sliced file. And if you compare it to the Shark, you can see vivid layer lines. I'm going to have to put this down to tuning in the slicer. And, well, I'm going to keep working on it to try and get some improvements. The comparison between this and the Bambu Labs X1 Carbon, they are so different. Very, very different printers, different ecosystem altogether. And other than them really being both 3D printers and sharing a similar colour, one is a Core XY, this one is an IDEX, this one is a Cartesian HBot, the other one is a Core XY system. It blows my mind that people really think that these are doing the similar kind of jobs, because other than them being 3D printers, they're so different. Quality of the printer, and this is mainly around the doors, because on mine, and certainly the one that I saw at Formnext, the doors don't quite line up. So where the handles are here, there's this drop off. And if you've got OCD like me, it drives you completely mad. Now, I have tried adjusting this to try and kind of push that out. And what I might end up having to do is maybe even pack the hinge there just to get that straightened up. But at the moment, it's one of those things that in my head is just driving me insane. I'm going to have to fix it now. That's better, right? But now, here's the thing. The gap at the bottom is bigger than the gap at the top. Overall, I'm very impressed with the Snapmaker J1. There is a little bit of finessing that needs to happen. I've just downloaded the Cura plugin, so I'm going to continue to play with that. Make sure you like and subscribe, but we're going to go through the spec now so you will get a good understanding of exactly what this printer is all about. The Snapmaker J1 is a high-performance 3D printer that offers you a range of advanced features for makers and professionals alike. Here's a rundown of what the J1 is really all about. With high-speed printing, the J1 boasts up to 10,000mm per second acceleration and 350mm per second with the print speed, which means you can get prints done quickly without sacrificing quality. Dual extruders, so this printer does come equipped with 2 independent extruders, allowing you to print 2 different materials or 2 colours at the same time. Breakaway and dissolvable supports. This isn't a feature that I've tested myself, but the J1 apparently features a breakaway support and dissolvable support matrix, making this easy to remove support material from your prints. So of course the J1 has a copy mode and a mirror mode that doubles productivity by printing 2 identical models or 2 mirror images of the same model at the same time. So we've got high temperature capabilities on the J1 with 300 degrees on the hot end and 100 degrees on the heated bed, which means of course you can print a wide range of materials including ABS, PETG, nylon, and of course loads more. Now Snapmaker have entitled this as a large print volume of 300 by 200 by 200. Really, I'd say this is kind of more of a medium size print volume. Of course, there are much larger printers out there, but not so much in the IDEX range, because of course with the IDEX system, you do reduce, if you're printing in mirror mode, for example, by half. Easy swap hot ends. The printer is easy to swap with the hot ends with multi-diameters, so you can switch between different nozzles and materials very quickly and easily. I haven't had to do anything with that yet, so again, it might be something that I do on a follow-up video. Now, this is one that's quite interesting to me. It's a double-sided PEI glass plate. Now, I didn't know that I could use the other side to print on, so that was really reassuring to read that. But the J1 comes with a double-sided PEI glass plate, providing excellent adhesion and makes it easy to remove your prints. And I will say, definitely removing the prints has absolutely been a dream. The intuitive touchscreen, the printer has a 5-inch intuitive touchscreen, making it easy to control and adjust your prints. Again, I've got no issues with that whatsoever. The built-in nozzle wipers, yeah, they're kind of okay, but the J1 does come again with built-in nozzle wipers for easy maintenance, ensuring that your prints stay in top condition. There's also a little brush that you can get to basically clean the nozzle off as well. You do that on the initial setup because conductive resistance that needs to be measured. Overall then, I would say that the J1 is the professional 3D printer if you're looking for something that's unique in the IDEX range. However, things like the extruders heating up to 300 degrees and the build plate up to 100 degrees, to be honest with you, that's kind of the new normal now, and really setting your 3D printer apart from everybody else that's out there is kind of the game at the moment. But I will say that it is very, very well built. I think there's some finessing that needs to be done on this thing, but I'm going to keep going for it. So make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think about this printer in the comments below, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.
You are watching a master work.